Yo, Shipwreck Fab Team Jacob Langdon. Bubble, I guess, Oceanic's top 32.
Ooh, yeah.
Nah. So, Judge FTK. This is a fucking sauce. Let's get right into it. What do you play, man?
So, for Oceanics 2023, I played Blackwings.
Holy fuck.
It's a pretty okay deck. You know, it has a really good cash matchup, has good Sprite matchup, has good Rika matchup, has good Flu matchup. Just like it loses to Branded and Lab. But like, you know, we can side cards to beat those decks.
Actually factual.
Anyway, so we played Threesome Moon, activates Whirlwind, normal summons itself as an additional effect, like a Flu monster. You know, it's just Bird Up 2.0.
So true, bro.
Played 3 Sudri. On summon, not once per turn. Searches any card that mentions Blackwing Dragon, the amazing original Synchro monster. And then second effect, tributes monsters summoned at level 2 token. Very nice card, very beautiful. Like, these are your 2 cards that you always want to see. If you see these, you're winning the game.
Okay, so do you get locked anywhere?
So this, if you summon the token, it locks you into Synchros, but every other card only locks you into Dark from the extra deck specifically.
Be interesting.
Yeah, you don't need this to actually combo. So, like, you can just get locked into Darks and be free.
Sure.
Then 3 Vada. This card is, like, unironically, like, probably one of the best cards of the deck. Like, these 3, definitely best cards. And this is on par of these 2. So this card is Branded Fusion to summon Blackwing Dragon by using your deck. You just need to use Blackwing monsters from your deck. They're equal level 6. And send them to the grave.
As you do.
Level 6 from level 8? Oh, 6.
Including itself.
Yeah, with it.
And then we played 3 Shmal. Another card, you just want to draw it. This card places Black Feather Whirlwind from your deck. And then when you synchro summon, you just get to add cards back, which is really good. And like against any deck that plays Shifter, you just side one out. Yeah, because like it needs to go to grave, and yep. And then for the one-offs, so we played 12 consistent cards because you always want to see these ones. And now we play 7 one-offs. So we played Zephyr, the Elite. Everyone knows what this does.
The good one, bro.
Yeah, the Vada sends it, the Synchro sends it. Like you have like 3 ways to get to this. Like no problem. Gale.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, we love Edison. This card halves attack and summons itself. It's to get to your level 7 synchros because the level 7 ones are your board wipes.
Yeah.
And then Zephyr, the Breeze the Zephyr. So this card was not in my deck list until the night before, and I was like, what do I do against card like if my 2 normal summons get popped? Like I didn't really have an out, and I was like, wait a second, I'll just find a Blackwing that summons itself without needing another Blackwing. So you can Small World or Prosperity into this card or Whirlwind. And it immediately summons itself like Selma Great Mirror.
Holy.
And yeah, it was really good. It came up twice against Flu and I think Cash. And yeah, I really liked it. And then we played Hamadin. Just summons itself, copies level of another Blackwing. Chinook, this is the Hand Trap. It's a Veiler from hand or field. But it also sends any Blackwing Synchro or a Blackwing Dragon from your extra deck to the graveyard. And it also reduces by 700 attack, which means, like everyone knows, the Blackwing deck has the towers, and this card makes it so no deck can out the fucking towers.
God damn. What about a Kaiju?
That's why we played 2. That's why we summoned 2.
And then Shangri the Waning Moon. This card just came out. This is the really good one. So this is what...
Waning Moon.
This card lets you play through Nibiru. So if you get nibbed, you just you search this early in the combo and then you summon it, and then you still have the Synchro play plus it just lets you play through Nibiru and let you get to unaffected monsters before you get nibbed, or if you get nibbed before then you still get to 2 Synchro monsters.
Yeah.
And a graveyard quick effect, pulp a face up card, which came up so clutch because no one read my cards.
Apart from 2 people.
Blackwing is Orochi, needed for just like the 1 card combos, and it's also a 1 that can go with your 6 to go into level 7s, which is breaking boards.
Through Small World. Oh, never mind. Don't worry. I'm
through Black World.
Yeah.
So there's 7 one-offs. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I'm playing Small World. So I played 2 Small World bricks. I played Raiden the Kaiju. Really good. It links all the darks together and everything. But I wanted to play another one so that I could access this. And I played Skull Surfer.
Oh! What?
So
ain't no way.
This card needed to be a zombie to link to Ghost, to link to Ash Blossom, It needed to be not 0 attack or 0 defense. It needed to be level 1 to connect to Kurikara per side. And needed to be dark and not a fiend, so it could connect to everything else. The only thing it doesn't connect to is the Orochi. Yeah, everything else you can small world bridge into.
That's
and
crazy.
it came up so many times. Like I banished this off small world like almost every time, and like every time I had this in my hand or like yeah, I don't know. This card was way better than everything else because 90% of the time I was small worlding using Ash.
That's
Kaiju wouldn't have done it.
That's crazy.
And then for the spells, consistency, 3 prosperity, very good. You banish 6 if you go second, and if your hand's like got an okay combo, you banish 3 and like hope to see maybe a bit better. If not, you grab an Ash Blossom and you just do your normal combos. 3 small world. I've always hated this card. It's always been a neg one. I've always like really disliked this card, but playing this deck, I've seen the power of this card. This card is crazy strong. Like getting to either Simone or Sudri, you immediately win the game if you get to these two. So you need to get to it. And you don't like care about draw. Like there's hands where if you just draw Vada or Shamal, you don't need to like search to play. So draw hurts, but like it actually gives you more resources and more synchros to go on the follow up. And then that's the consistency spells. Now we play 3 Black Whirlwind, obviously. Very good. Blackwing, summon, search monster with lower attack. 1 round, I had all 3 of these on the field. It was fucking nuts. My opponent did not have Droll.
Diabolical.
That was crazy.
Diabolical.
2 Black Feather Whirlwind. This card is a new one. When you summon a Dark Synchro, any Dark Synchro, summon the Blackwing with less attack from the banished or graveyard. Important because you can play onto Shifter. And then you can substitute a Black Feather counter to protect any of your dark monsters on the field from battle or card destruction. Which is very important because Full Armor Master is affected by this card, so you can protect it by battle. And then yeah, that's all the Black Feathers. And then we played Call By because like hand traps don't really hurt this deck besides Droll. But I just wanted to be safe against other decks. Like I felt like Call By going second was a really good card. Like into Live Twin, into Branded, even into Labyrinth. I felt like they always had Lovely Engrave after they like use a virus or link it off. So you want to Call By it immediately. And then Trap played Blackwing, Twin Shadow, Quick Effect Synchro during either turn. If you have 2 Blackwings on the field, you can just activate it from hand.
Right now.
And it shuffles as cost, so you can't even be Ghost Spelled. It's very, very good. And then my Ghost second cards.
Bonkers and stupid.
I played 2 Droll main deck. I was very scared of... Like, I feel like the Live Twin Sprite deck, if they're doing Live Twin things, they can be Drolled. If they don't, then, like, they're not going as big a board as they need. So, like this, you just keep it in hand for a small world. And then 2 Ash. I feel like 3 was just overkill because like every matchup I'm citing this out except Branded and Lab, but like I just didn't want it for every other matchup. I didn't want to play into Talons too much. I just wanted to like have it. If I'm investing cash, then I'll just keep it in hand for the small world. And then 3 Dark Roller No More main deck. I think this hit a Live Twin card once, and that's all it did.
Nice, bro.
I had it in my opening hand like 2 games going first. But it didn't matter. Like they just every time I went first game 1, everyone just scooped. Like someone had double Imperm and Ash against me, and I still set up like 3 synchros in the trap set, and like they just scooped. Like I don't know. Deck's very, very strong. That's it for the main deck. It's a 41. If you want to make it 40, you can.
Just got called by, bro.
Huh?
He got Skull 7.
No, Skull 7.
Not
it's the
necessary.
perfect bridge.
Yeah.
Go to the extra deck. We play 2 Barrier Storm. This card on Synchro Summon dumps a Blackwing and becomes the level. And the hidden effect. When you destroy the monster by battle, you banish a Blackwing and summon the monster that your opponent that you destroyed by battle. That definitely came up. 2 definitely came up. When I was breaking a Adventure Sprite board, I summoned one and he like got rid of it, and then I had to summon a second one. And then I attacked his carrot, summoned it back, and I revived Vada. I used these 2 to make the Blackwing Dragon, And then Blackwing Dragon and the Vada made the full Armor Master, and they can't have that card. So we Prage.
Prage.
And then the Thung, part of the combos, your natural win in time card. Mandatory effect on summon, burn 800. It also weakens by 800, so it makes OTKing so easy. And gives you an additional normal summon. So if you have Simoon, you just get to normal summon 3 times, and Whirlwinds trigger. Yeah,
That's bonkers, bro.
nice. You're running out targets very fast with 2 Whirlwinds.
Who wrote these cards, man?
Yeah, they're pretty nice. And then we got Blackwing Tamer, Obsidian, Hawk Joe.
Joe!
This card is very good.
It's all Jova.
It's like follow-up / breaking boards is a not quick effect, ignition effect. Revives a level 6 or higher wing beast.
5, no?
It's probably possibly 5, but I don't have any level 5s. It is level 5. Level 5 or higher wing beast. And you just revive full Armor Master. You revive like your pops and stuff, and its other effect is really good. If it can redirect targeting of attacks, cards, or effects onto any other Blackwing you control. So
What?
you just redirect everything to your
What?
It redirects everything to your full Armor Master where it's unaffected.
Yeah,
Sick.
as you do.
And then
Yep.
we played
Mazenko.
Raikiri, the Rain Shower. This card is your board breaker. You summon it. It pops cards equal to how many other Blackwings you control. And you just keep blowing their board up, and then you tribute it off for token, and then Obsidian Joe revives it again, and then you just blow it up more.
Joe is
Because this is not
Joe.
once per turn.
Oh, nice. Of course not. It's a fucking Blackwing card.
And then
Printed in 1970.
we got our Synchro 8s. We got Blackwing Dragon,
Oh!
2 of them.
Oh!
Oh yeah, 2
damn.
different rarities because I wanted an English copy that people could say it was nice, and then a Ghost First Ed because I like my
You're
first
so
ed Ghost.
wealthy,
That's
bro.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, this card's really, really strong. It stops effect damage, gets counters, and it also burns your opponent. It burns them and weakens their monsters for the same amount, and it just OTKing with this card is never felt easier. Draco Berserker, just end board stuff. I don't think I ever used this card's on field effect ever. I don't even think I attacked with this card once.
What?
This was on my own.
Nah, that's a lie. I saw you do that, bro.
When?
No, that was the other guy.
No,
That was the Blackwing player.
I summoned this, and it was on my end board 90% of the time, and every single time it got Book of Moon to Evenly to whatever, and I never used this field effect.
They hitting the wrong card.
And then the other level 8 I play is Silverwind, the Ascendant, the amazing Edison card. So on summon,
Of course.
it pops 2 monsters on the field with defense less than its attack, which is 28, pretty easy. And you summon this with the trap on your opponent's turn, and just pop 2. It's very, very nice. When you get shifted, your end board with just Simoon is full Armor Master in defense, and the trap summons this once they get 2, if they go Fenrir Birth Unicorn, on Unicorn summon, you just pop both. Or if they go Unicorn Theosis Summon Fenrir, on summon, effect, trap, pop both.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Cash don't really recover from that. They also still have to out the full Armor Master, and everything they're using gets wedge counters, and you start taking. Gets very out of hand very quickly for the Cash player. And then level 9, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. It's always on my end board. Every time I summon this, I add double evenly. Every single time.
Unforge. Anyway,
So I feel like
full
playing 2
Armor
of this
Master.
maybe. Is it once per turn? Shit! It's once per turn.
Fuck.
We're not playing those.
Damn. Just choose the Blackwing cards.
Level 10s. Played 2 Blackwing Full Armor Master because most decks can't out this card. So we're just playing 2. Because why not?
You ever made 2 or?
Oh, yes. Definitely. I have made 2. Because its effect to take is once per turn. So once per turn takes a card with a wedge counter. And it doesn't have to be the wedge counter it gave. It can be the other one. So you can just have one on the field. Giving everything wedge counters. You summon the second one. You take 2 of their things.
God damn.
And then
So
during the end
crazy.
phase, if you didn't take their things, you can just blow up everything that had a wedge counter on it. This came up, a Cash Tira board was Judgment, Preparations, Big Bang, Birth, Fenrir, Unicorn, Shangri-La, and a Rise Heart. And I just go Battle Phase evenly, he Judgments, go Main 2, Simoon Effect, he Fenrir's the Whirlwind, a normal Shamal, go those 2 into this, and then of course on someone a Rise Heart has to trigger, so he gets wedge counter, I go effect, target the Rise Heart to get the wedge counter, and he changed Big Bang, banishes everything except his Shangri-La. And then we grind it out from there.
No worries.
That's Big Bang to get.
And then we play 2 Blackwing Assault Dragon. People play 3, but I felt like a lot of, like, I don't think on my end boards, except when I was going into, game 3 with unfortunate time certain points. The time wizard was hidden us. But like, yeah, my end board never had this card on the field
wizard.
because I felt like it was a better ghost. Like, I'd keep the, so this card can summon itself if you banish a Synchro Tuner and a Blackwing Dragon from your graveyard. It's not once per turn to summon it that way.
Of course not.
So if you just have these in your graveyard, you can just banish, summon it. And I felt like if I just kept them in graveyard, it was way better follow-up, especially with a Feather Whirlwind to start reviving. So I would never summon this on an end board, and that would be my follow-up. And yeah, it worked out.
Yeah,
I
clearly.
just played it very smart. And then the last card is Bestial Dissipator. Very good, like the Blackwing Dragons are, dragons.
Card,
Crazy.
yeah.
So you just make this.
Wild Blackwing
This-
dragons. The dragons. That's
And then-
insane.
This just
Remember Apple Dragon.
this
Mirror
just
Jade the
revives-
Iceblade Dragon. Fuck.
This just revives all your darks when you need them and puts back stuff like to negate and against what do you call it, against Flu Under Ease, you start putting back their names.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
it's
nice.
just very, very good. No links, no Caliuga. I don't like that build. That build loses to a lot of things, and
It's also for
Too many
nerds.
bricks.
yeah, and you add 4 more bricks. So like, I don't play Steam the Cloak, Raider's Wing, or the Phantom Rank Up spell. Don't
How
need them.
crazy is it that Steam the Cloak isn't even a good Black Widow?
Yeah, like if you draw that card, it's just so bad. But yeah. So for side deck, we're playing 3 Kurikara because
Small world.
it's very good and Small World. So you're playing 6 copies of it plus Prosperities. Maybe see it. I summoned this card once today, and then I summoned my opponent's Chaos Hunter, and then he immediately popped it.
Damn.
It was very fun.
That's crazy.
2 Ghost Digger.
Oh!
My friend,
Inside.
my friend Callum, shout out to Callum. He told me to play this card because it's really good into Rogue. He gave it to me. It's really good into Live Twin decks. Like even if they have access to putting a runic up in their thing, you just wait until your turn. You just Ghost Digger the field spell, Ghost Digger the IP. It's really good into Super Heavy, and yeah, it was really good into
The one super heavy deck in the room.
Flu Underease. I started in Flu because I was like, I don't care if they shift to me. Like, eventually, I'm going to have to normal summon and play. So I'll just Ghost Ogre the map when I do.
Yeah.
And one time I Prosperity for 6, going second into Flu, and I saw 6 hand traps.
Oh, man.
And so I just grabbed Ghost Ogre and I got to play. And then we played the 3rd Ash Blossom in case I verse Branded or Lab, and the 3rd Droll in case I verse some degenerate combo deck. Also Flu. Yeah, they were all the
Degenerate
monsters.
combo
These were all very good. I figured out really quickly this does not have a small world bridge for Skull 7, so I need to fix that.
Damn.
Oh.
It was very, very unfortunate.
Just take it out.
Honestly, yeah, just
More good of
it was Ghost Spell, which I actually would have, like, I versed 1 lab, so Ghost Spell would have been very nice, but yeah. And then we side the Lingerie Rogue because we are afraid of Ibly. We have terrified
Ibly
that card.
terrorism.
We can't, we don't need that card, so we played the Lingerie Rogue.
Yes, alright.
And then 1 spell on the side deck, Harpy's Feather Dust, everyone's favorite.
Oh, man.
I never saw it,
Oh.
so I can't tell if it was good or not, but it's there.
In theory.
Of course it's 3 off.
It comes in clutch.
And then we played 3 evenly matched. Very good into Cash, Branded, and Lab. They're the only matchups I sided into. I don't think it's worth siding it into Live Twin or any runic deck, really. And I don't think it's very good into Flu either. Like,
What about Melfi Spread? Or like any adventure deck? Just siding against that?
no, I don't think any Sprite deck. Like, I don't want to waste a
No,
carrot
any
and my
adventure
battle
deck.
phase into a carrot.
Any adventure deck.
Adventure deck.
Yeah.
They have Griffin.
Yeah, okay. And then you paid it.
Ranker, bro.
And then you use that, bro. And then what? They keep their token. Nice.
Yeah, I could have Whirlwind Chain.
You're giving up your battle phase though. And like, the battle phase is the important part about this deck because you're killing.
Yeah, okay.
And then, so like my strategy is I never like board breakers with hand traps at the same time. So per side, I like if I'm going into a deck, I think what's better, board breakers or hand traps, and I just side either the dark rulers out, put more hand traps in, or side the hand traps out, put evenlings in. And the Kori cards too.
Seems
And then
pretty
the last 3 cards in my side deck are Treasure Match. Very strong card. Beats every single deck except Labyrinth. I sided in every time I went first, obviously, because every matchup loses to it. It against Mathmech, I drew all 3. It was beautiful. He could not do anything.
Very good.
Yeah. So I went X3 after
Round
8 rounds. And round 1 of Rika, I Ash Unexpected Die. He sets up a weak board of Rose Whip and Therion King. I just smash through it and kill him. Game 2, I droll him. And this is like one of my first times playing against Rika. And through droll, he set up the Cactus, Rose Whip, the Link 4 bounce, and
Oh no.
And I was like, okay, I now know not to draw. And then game 3, I just went full combo and had Gozen. Round 2 versus Lab. Both game. Oh yeah, round 1, I drew Zephyr the Elite as my normal summon. Both games 1 and 3, which were the ones I won. Like this card was my normal summon, and I still won those games really hard. And then round 2, I versed Lab, and he 2-0'd me pretty swiftly. Game 1,
Average Lab experience.
Game 1, he opened a furniture plus nib,
So is furniture build.
and yeah, furniture build. I mean,
Lucky.
they all are. If you're not playing furniture, I don't know. I don't think you got the resources and the follow up. But yeah, nib furniture.
Too many floodgate incidents, bro.
It was very unfortunate because like my hand was very subpar. It had no black whirlwinds in it, and so I was just going for like a Sutri combo. And then after I summoned the Blackwing dragon, he kind of like he just nibbed me. I was like, okay. And yeah, both games. And then he like the next turn he had hard drawn the Daruma Cannon, and I summoned Full Armor Master on summon. He immediately Daruma Cannon. So I'm like, okay, well, you have it. And then game 2, he's just I go first, and I open combo, but like it doesn't matter because you're versing Labyrinth, and they just have 3 Daruma Cannon per side.
Oh man.
Yeah, and and both games 1 and 2 we drew Skull 7.
Oh god,
Very
yes.
fun. In fact, game 1 he
best card
eradicated me. And he looks at my hand, and he sees the skull, so he's like, just looks at me like, what kind of drugs are you on? And then round 3, we
Huffing goo.
verse Flu, because we're X1 now, and he goes full combo, turn 1, and I just push forward and kill him. He quickly scoops. Game 2, he sets up combo again, and then I start pushing through it, and then I misplay, because I knew he had trap set, and the Raikiri, instead of popping the trap, like I went to pop the trap to force it.
I was blood asleep. What the fuck?
But I was meant to pop the continuous spell so he didn't tribute my guys. And we go to game 3 and I just kill him.
The Soju's got to him, bro.
Round 4, verse Flu again. Game 1 I go first though.
You fucked him.
That was the first round I got to go first, like I won a dial. And yeah, I just destroyed him. Yeah. And then game 2, he just like starts playing, goes full combo or something, and then I just play through his board and kill him. Like, it was not even close.
Very good.
I don't know, the Flu matchup does not seem very hard at all. I think it's very easy. You don't care if they summon, you don't care if they tribute you the board, you just keep playing. Round 5, I versed Runic Live Twin Sprite, and that matchup was unfortunate. Game 1, I go second, so I lose Dyral. He has like a subpar board with like both the Live Twins and like, I think he had Freezing and Flashing Fire in hand. And I push through it and somehow get game on board and kill him. It like even stunned me. I don't know, just was crazy that I pushed through it.
The deck is crazy.
Yeah, and then game 2, he just goes first and sets up everything, plus has Grave of Super Ancient Organisms, and that card solo kills me because he banished my Waning Moon,
Fuck.
which was my only out. And then game 3, we have 2 minutes left. I do a combo and I burn, and he told me multiple times to hurry up, so I misplayed and somehow didn't have my Shangri Waning Moon in the graveyard because he kept trying to rush me, and I had double Assault Dragon. And I activated Trap during my turn, which is always a mistake. And yeah, because the Waning Moon wasn't in my graveyard, I couldn't banish it to pop a card, and it got to his turn, and he got to Gigantic 32 with Resonator. So we lost some time. Like, I set up board, but he had double evenly into Gigantic into Resonator. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep, it's very fun. You misplay because people, rush you. But, like, just remember, your actions don't have to have 1 second intervals. And then round 6, I verse Mathmech. Game 1, I go first, he draws me, I call by. I just win. Game 2, I draw him, but he ends on the Link 5, and then he has Veiler, Imperm, Ash. Yeah, we weren't winning. And then in game 3, I open only Vada. So I summon Vada, effect. He Veilers it. I'm like, okay, I'll set 2 and pass. He goes Circular, of course. Send Sigma, summon Circular, summon Sigma, add Equation. What is it? Superfactorial, that's it. And then I flip Gozen, and then he attacks, and then next turn I draw another Vada, but I don't want to play, so I pass, and I still have Ash Balls in my hand. He just attacks for 25. Next turn I draw Small World, he doesn't Ash. I go Ash Blossom into Skull Servant, into Simoon. Simoon banishes the second Vada I just drew, and he didn't have interruption. Like, he had an Imperm, but at that stage, Imperm doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, if Simoon resolves, Imperm, Veiler, Didikuru, Bestials do not stop your combo in any way. And then, so we win that. Round 7, we verse Cash, which is, like, what I consider one of our best matchups. Because if you get shifted, you just don't care. Like, they can't out your full armor master. You have the trap to pop 2. It's perfect. Game 1, I go first. I win. Game 2, I had the exact situation that I explained with the Judgment and all that massive board. I grind him out, but eventually he kills my full armor master, and I keep drawing Skull Servant, Kaiju. Yep, it's very fun. And then game 3, I just go first, as well as goes on match. And then
Nice.
round 8, versus Sprite Adventure. Game
Shout
1,
out.
shout out Charlie.
Oh, let's go.
No, it was a very, very close game. Like, game 1, he has to read all my cards. He was actually one of the first players to pick up every single one of my cards and actually read them all. But yeah, he goes first. He sets up, your average wall of Griffin and your caddy and all that. And I start breaking it with my Blackwings. Start manually taking it apart, going into Bria. I even, like, when Bria into Bria, attacked, took his red, made Dissipator, tried to start taking things and summoning things. And eventually I cracked his board, but I left him with a token and a Kaiju that I hard drawn. And I had Dissipator plus, like, a random level 6 Synchro, and I passed. And he just, I think he had some kind of level 2 in his hand, and he was able to just play into Mosquito and burn me for 35 3 times. So we go game 2, I go first. I believe he had 1 hand trap, which was Imperm, and it didn't matter. And then game 3, he goes first. I Ghost Ogre his Gigantic, and I didn't realize, but apparently he's going for Iblis, so my Ghost Ogre was wasted. And then he sets up his board. I go Simoon effect. Oh, I activate double Whirlwind, Simoon, triple Whirlwind, search 3. He doesn't draw. I go, and then he didn't use Caddy for some reason, so I went Battle Phase, attack the Caddy, get that over with, so I don't have to worry about it. And then just start comboing off, went massive combo. And then, what happened? He, like, kept interrupting. So I just kind of, like, passed with this board with massive follow-up in graveyard. And then he draws Druisworm for turn with no cards on field. And he Druisworms with a Waning Moon. So I'm like, oh, well, that sucks, but, like, it is what it is. It would have been better if it was actually during my turn, because, like, Bestials don't hurt me during my combo, but, like, when you're broad breaking, they hurt a lot more. And then he normals a level 2, and he, like, starts to combo off, and he gets, like, a Mosquito play and Times Called, and I've burnt him for, like, 29 at that point, or, like, 19. And he attacks a Mosquito and attempts to put a counter on my only monster, which was Full Armor Master. And I proceed to tell him he can't, and we call a judge about it. Judge says, no, you can't. And then he appeals and, it's fine. And the head judge ruled that you can place counters on the unaffected monsters. So I got burnt to time again, with the mosquito.
Unfortunate.
And then 2 minutes later, I went up to the head judge and I showed him the Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization ruling on it. And he apologized, and, it is what it is. Like, everyone makes mistakes. So, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that is my adventure with Blackwings. And
Blackwing!
Gorgeous.
Oh.
deck felt very nice. It literally just performed way better going second than I thought it would. Like, honestly, like, Dark Ruler only hit one live twin the whole day, and I feel like if I just cut that card for more Blackwing names that I can banish for Samuna or Small Worlds for specific ones, it actually might perform a lot better. Like, it's very, very strong.
Things to think about.
It's too
Yeah,
nice.
and like, you're seeing it on stream, you're seeing it everywhere. Like, the deck's showing up places.
It is. It's
Like,
scary.
It's actually very good.
It's very good.
it's nuts.
Its ceiling is extremely high, and like against dragons, you just set up the burn cards and they can't play through it. It's like Masquerade against spell cards,
They can't do shit.
and it's like, and if you don't want to do that, then you just like go for follow up plays, go for full armor muster, and like with the Chinook, decrease the attack by 700. So most decks can't out your full armor muster with a Chinook backing it up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's my Blackwing deck profile.
Blackwing Adventure. Thank you, Jacob Langdon. Anything you want to say finally?
Oh, shout out to Jack and Brandon and Callum.
Oh.
Fraser.
For
Coming along
snoozing.
with my adventure. Shout out to Simon and Cara. They I messaged them before I came to the event and I was like, I don't know if I'm like cooking or like I'm smoking some really weird shit, but I think Blackwings is the way to go. And turns out it was.
It
I
was.
fucking love this deck. It was so good. I would not have performed any better with any other deck.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. As always, Jacob Langdon with the Shipwreck Fab team. Topping, or almost topping, once again.
I love this guy.
Woo!